Hello and welcome to this episode of HxGN TV. I'm your host, Laura Beth Ezel, and today we're going to be discussing a customer success story here at Hexagon Safety Infrastructure with one of our utility customers, PECO, out of Pennsylvania. Now, PECO just upgraded to InService 9.3, and it was such a successful upgrade. We wanted to bring you on and talk about, some of the details around this upgrade and why it and how it went so smoothly. So thank you for joining me today.
You're welcome, Laura Beth. Happy to be here.
So Troy, first just give us some background on PECO.
Okay. PECO is a power company in southeastern Pennsylvania, owned by our parent company, Hexagon Corporation, out of Chicago, along with 5 other power utilities. We constitute 10 million customers. PECO, specifically in southeastern Pennsylvania, has 1.6 million electric customers and 500,000 gas customers, covering 2,100 square miles across 5 counties in southeastern Pennsylvania.
So tell me, what was the thought process behind this upgrade to InService 9.3?
Well, PECO has been an InService Intergraph customer for over 15 years. Mm-hmm. So this was a logical progression to take advantage of some of the new capabilities and increased performance that the product line now offers.
So, why did you work, or how did you work with Hexagon Safety Infrastructure to choose this InService as your product, and what were some of the goals, in this upgrade?
It's an excellent question. We needed to increase our performance to be able to handle some of the larger superstorms that we've been experiencing, unfortunately, in the Philadelphia area recently. We want to take advantage of new technology, including server virtualization, which can give us greater capability to handle this increased workload in our outage management system. Change
is inevitable. So I wanted you to share with us, what was your change management approach to this cutover?
Well, PECO takes change management, especially in IT systems, very seriously. It's critical to the success of an upgrade of this magnitude. So we brought in some change management professionals to guide us through this process and ensure that our business customers and users were fully engaged throughout the 18-month cycle of this project and stayed as advocates for this change, fully involved and communicated throughout the entire venture. Okay.
Testing is a huge part of any upgrade. Tell us how you handled, testing phases and how you set that up to be successful.
Certainly. It began with factory acceptance testing, which we actually performed as Intergraph hosted down in Huntsville, Alabama. We took a number of our subject matter experts from our user base to Huntsville, set up, the Intergraph integration team set up our environment at their location, brought us down to fully tested in the factory acceptance testing type of mode there. That made the business customers also engaged very early in the process. They felt they were being heard, and their changes and requirements were able to be taken into account and integrated later through the system integration phase. Okay.
And do you feel like that led to success later down the road of being able to do that?
Definitely. We were able to identify problems early, and our Intergraph team was able to develop fixes and patches and such, so that when we were ready to do the cutover just this past April, we felt that our needs were met and the fixes were in place to guarantee successful cutover.
Okay. What were some of the key features or apps that you wanted to be a part of this upgrade? You kind of mentioned about handling more superstorms. Just kind of go over some of the things that you wanted to implement.
Certainly. This version, InService 9.3, was touted as being better performing in terms of the trouble analysis function within the server application, and that was key to us. We get tens of thousands of calls per hour during a large outage, and we feel it's necessary for our success to be able to handle those calls quickly and get the lights back on as quickly as possible for our customers.
Right.
This upgrade allowed us to do that faster, better, and more reliably.
Okay. I was going to say, have you seen an increase in performance or any benefits that you can share with us?
Definitely. Because our upgrade included a complete hardware infrastructure upgrade as well as the Intergraph software upgrade, we've seen remarkable improvement in the ability to handle outages and perform our dispatching function so that restoration operations are optimal.
Okay. Are there any tips or tricks that you can share with our audience who are thinking about an in-service upgrade and how they should handle that?
Yes. I would say because the in-service product is so database-centric, getting the Intergraph database administration team involved early with assisting with tuning your databases locally, that was a very helpful, and we wish we had done it earlier in the phase. So I would recommend that to our brother customers or users that they engage the Intergraph DBA team early and often throughout this process.
Have you had any storms to try this out on yet?
We have.
Yeah?
Not huge, but about a medium-sized storm for us. Just this past week, we had about 120,000 customers out, and the InService 9.3 new system worked well, and the customer was pleased and mentioned so.
I was going to say, you got any customer feedback? And obviously, that's where you need, you want in the end is customer satisfaction here.
Yeah, our director of distribution system operations, who was our primary customer user, felt that it was what he called the cutover weekend a non-event, meaning there was no issues. He wasn't called in the middle of the night with a problem to solve. So he felt that was our criteria for success, and he's been very happy.
What about some future plans? Troy, can you share us of anything of future plans for PECO in terms of adopting new technology?
Well, I think we see, as most utility companies see, the advent of advanced distribution systems, especially ADMS, which integrates OMS and DMS systems and the SCADA interaction together. We see that as the next area that is a logical progression for us to integrate those systems together, and I understand Intergraph has that direction as well, and we look forward to working with them in the future.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to share?
No, it's just happy to be here and happy to share our success story. It was a great team effort between Intergraph, our project team, and our application support team. There was a lot of people, not just Troy, doing this work, and I'd like to thank them all.
Well, Troy, we appreciate your time, and thank you for joining us today and sharing your story.
Thank you, Laura Beth.
And for more on Hexagon Safety and Infrastructure, you can go to hexagonsafetyinfrastructure.com. And for more on HxGN TV or to watch additional episodes, you can go to hxgntv.com. Thank you for watching.